Okay folks, so you're getting a look at it now. This is the fermented fish. This is 8 days of fermenting, 4 in room temperature in relative darkness, and then 4 more in the fridge. So we're gonna give it a taste. Got 2 cameras, so I don't know, just more experimenting. I think I might have figured out the focus thing here though, so that's cool. Anyway, all right, so I'm gonna open it up. You can definitely smell the onions even when it's closed. Okay, take a look inside. All right, now we're gonna scoop some fish out, maybe some garlic and some other stuff. Oh, I forgot there's that glass weight in there. Am I nervous? Yes, and that's why you're going to check in with me again in like 4 to 6 hours, because if there's any kind of a foodborne illness situation going on, it'll probably kick in by then. But anyway, now let's get some fish. Oh, if that's fish, well, it's a lot of other stuff too. Dill. But it's firmer than I thought. I honestly thought when I looked in there that the flesh was kind of falling apart, but that's very firm. Okay, I think that's a good sign. And get a little more fish. A bay leaf or 2. Ugh, does kind of stink, but I feel like it's supposed to. It's like onions and sulfur. All right, that's as much as I'm willing to try right now. But okay, so here we go. Fermented fish. Pray for me. Screw the fork. It's weird because it has the consistency of, like, it's a contrast. There's the consistency of cooked fish in that it's solid, but it also kind of has that like slimy or just like wet quality of like of raw fish or sushi or some such. It's not bad. Definitely get the onions and the garlic and the salt and that kind of seafood flavor. It's strong, quite strong, and I'm not gonna lie, there is a bit of a sulfuric taste to it. Not terribly off-putting though, or not as off-putting as the word sulfur would make you, it doesn't taste like a fart. Not that I know what that tastes like. You know, that famous Icelandic fermented shark, hakarl, I believe it's pronounced. That's supposed to be like a super strong, super stinky, not so much sulfur, but like ammonia taste. I've actually had a little cube of it once, and yeah, it kind of tasted like blue cheese. This is not blue cheesy, but it's definitely has a unique flavor, definitely a strong flavor. And really, like, if you just smell it, it almost makes you want to retch a little bit. But then once it's in your mouth, once you're chewing on it, you're like, oh, this isn't that bad. But again, I'm a little anxious. I'm really hoping that I, did this the right way and I don't get sick. I'm sure there's a number of foodborne illnesses that I could come down with. The worst one I know of is botulism, but I did everything I was supposed to do. There are some bones in these chunks, but they're easy enough to work around. I'm eating the skin with these 2, or not. Actually, the skin's a little tough. Yeah, I mean, once it's in your mouth, it's kind of got like a fresh, zesty almost citrusy flavor, which is weird because there's not really any citrus. Maybe it's more like a peppery flavor from the coriander and the black pepper. I don't know why I brought the fork. I guess to get it out of the jar. All right, well, ooh, this one tastes a little more like the ocean. Well, provided I don't get sick, and again, I'll check in with you in a few hours. I'd say this was a success. I mean, it's a strong flavor, definitely not for the faint of heart, but I think this is how it's supposed to be. So, on that note, I'll give it like a 1.5 thumbs up. Mostly because of the smell. It's pretty off-putting, but the fish, not terrible. You just have to really like that strong flavor. All right, we'll check in a couple hours. Again, keep your fingers crossed. Well, the flies seem to like it. So it's about 3-4 hours later. I feel fine, but I made the mistake of researching botulism after I filmed that last portion. And it actually takes 18 to 36 hours to show any signs or symptoms. It is pretty rare though, so I'm not that worried about it. However, just to be on the safe side, and because this stuff smells horrendous, I'm giving it a nice boil if I'm gonna eat any more of it. So I did read that, you know, you could do that just to kill off any potential nasties. So that's what I'm gonna do. But overall, it was a good experiment. Not sure I want to do it again. You know, it's one of those things where it might not be like worth the worry, but anyway, it was a fun little experiment while it lasted. But guys, I hope you like this one. Hope it was a little different. Hope you like what you're seeing. Please like and subscribe. And as always, fish like no one's watching. And maybe don't mess with fermented fish. Or maybe mess with it. I don't know. Peace. It's palatable. Actually kind of good.